Now, today we're talking about how to build confidence. This is a common question that I'm asked in business and in life. It's one of those things that we all want, but it just feels like we can never quite nail it down. Like, where does confidence come from? Is it a certain personality style, like just the extroverts, just the Enneagram 3s or the Enneagram 7s or the Enneagram 8s? Is it just the certain social butterfly personality that confidence just comes naturally? Or is it something with how you're raised? If you're raised by certain households, certain parenting styles, it builds confidence. And other ones, man, if you have a hard pass, like you don't have a chance. You're not going to be able to be confident. Is it the social circles you're in? Does that build your confidence or take away from it? The truth is, confidence is a skill that anyone can develop. This is a muscle that anyone can strengthen. And sure, there are a lot of factors that go into how easy or hard it may be for you. And your personality and upbringing and community that you're around definitely plays into that. But it doesn't completely dictate it. You can actually build confidence yourself. I'm going to give you 4 ways to build confidence. When you know where confidence comes from, you can actually take the steps you need to take to build confidence in your life. So here are 4 ways to build confidence. Number 1, doing hard things builds confidence. Don't you know you're not going to build confidence by taking the easy path? If you're just sitting around expecting things to be easy and effortless, you're not going to build a lot of confidence. Because doing hard things, overcoming obstacles and challenges and surviving really difficult situations or doing things when you're scared and you make it through, that is what builds your confidence. It is through the hard path that confidence is built because you realize, oh, I survived that thing. I can do it again. Or I survived that. I can do anything. Think of the example with exercise, right? You're not building muscle when you lift light weights or you go to the easy exercise class. You're building muscle when you lift heavy weights and you go to the really difficult exercise class. Years ago, I had a spin instructor at the YMCA that I loved so much, and I would go to her classes religiously. And y'all, she was so hard, but that's what I loved about it. When I left, I felt so proud of myself that I just went through that really difficult class and I made it. It built my confidence. It built my sense of pride in myself. I wouldn't have felt that if we went there and just cruised around on our bikes and we barely even had any resistance and it wasn't hard and I didn't sweat. I would have walked out of that class feeling like I wasted my time. I would have been bored. Hard things build confidence. I remember the first time I took all 3 of my kids to a restaurant by myself. And y'all, I was so nervous. 3 kids already is crazy. For some of you that have lots of kids, I know you think that this is not hard. To me, it's really hard. 3 is a lot. And going to a restaurant was so intimidating. And I remember my son Carter one Saturday morning when Matt was out of town wanted to go to Waffle House. And all the kids like, yeah, Waffle House. Yeah, let's go. I'm like, all right, I can do this. I can do this. I can take all 3 kids to a restaurant by myself. And I did it. And I survived. And you know what happened when I came home? I was more confident. I was more confident in my ability as a mom and my ability to take them places. I'm like, yeah, okay. I did that thing. We can go places now because you've proved yourself you can do it. Doing hard things builds confidence. You know, a very real example of this for me somewhat recently is leaving Ramsey. That was so terrifying to me. It was so difficult to walk out. It was so hard to obey what the Lord was asking me to do, but I did it and I survived. So when I faced a really difficult challenge with an organization about a year later, a really complicated, difficult situation, I thought to myself, I survived Ramsey. I can handle this. I truly thought that to myself when things were difficult and negotiations were difficult and there was some conflict that I was facing. And I was definitely the little person in this fight with Goliath. I did not have the money or resources or anything that this organization had. I still thought to myself, no, I survived leaving Ramsey. I can survive anything. My confidence had shot through the roof because I did that hard thing. When you do hard things, it builds your confidence. So if you're going through something hard right now, know that it's going to build your confidence when you make it on the other side of this because you will. So what hard thing have you been avoiding? What is that thing that feels intimidating to you and you're like, no, that's too much? Let me tell you, it might just be the key that unlocks confidence for you. So number 1, doing hard things builds confidence. Hey, listen, I know that starting and growing a business can be really overwhelming. You have 1,000 decisions to make. You have a ton of plans you have to think for, and you are the CEO, the Chief Everything Officer. You're doing everything yourself. Well, I want to help. That's exactly why I created a library of free resources to help you in every aspect of your business. If you go to ChristyWright.com/free, you will find tons of tools, templates, worksheets, and downloads to help you grow in everything you're working on. You will find a pricing guide, a persona template, a goal setting guide, the workbook for my business boutique book, and many more templates to help you. Go to ChristyWright.com/free to get your free resources today. That's ChristyWright.com/free.